We're going to be doing some blackberry takedown today with the brush saw on the weed eater. So I'm just going to brush head onto the weed eater. We'll go up and show you the blackberries. And the blackberries I think come in from when people bring gravel from the quarry. I think there's blackberries within that because blackberries aren't, they're native to our area, but not native to where we are elevation wise. So I'm going to take them out because they just start to take over. Take those out and we're going to burn them. Burning is just some kind of, it's like a great therapy just to get rid of these things. So that's the plan today. So let's get the brush head on. So that's the weed eater end. We're going to put it on with we're going to put a brush cutter on. Take these off of this particular brand anyway. Right here where you put a, well, it's a particular piece. You put a little rod into there, and that slides down. And if you push it down, it'll twist through. It'll push through. You can feel it lock. And then to loosen this, you actually do the opposite of what you think. It's a reverse thread. So normally, to tighten, I'd be going this direction, but tighten here is actually loose. There you go, and that spins off. And before I get carried away, turn it over. So then not all the mechanisms fall out. So I'll show you what's in here. And that's just the weed eater head. Don't need that. And what's under here is this little washer slash bushing. And then there's the mechanism in there. There's a little pin. If you look carefully there, there's the pin that was sticking through from the bottom that was holding it, and what that would then get caught in that little bearing in there, or that little bushing in there, and that's what prevents it from turning when you take it off. So this goes back on. And the brush cutter that we're going to put on today looks like this. And I know that just because I did it last time, this particular mark goes down like that. And then to hold this on, it has a few things. It has this particular washer, which has kind of a Torx type serrated piece to it, so it fits in nice and tight. And then there's this big, for lack of a better word, like big washer that goes on here to hold that even better with a bigger collar. And then this is your, which again, reverse thread. So usually it's lefty loosey, but now it's lefty tighty because it's reverse thread. And then that gets locked down, and I use the wrench at that point, holding it from the bottom with that metal rod still. Thinking that's on there. Should be. There we go. Yeah, I just needed a lot of, and then make sure you get it on there nice and tight. You don't want this thing flying off. And when you look at it from this side, because it's going to be turning this way, and you want that just like you would a skill saw. You want those teeth going into the wood, kind of opposite of what you would intuitively think. So there we go. That's on there. Now, just to show you, if you're interested, this is where you can grease the head on here. I'll just show you that real quick. You take this nut off. You can either use, this is the 1/2-inch side of the chainsaw wrench, or in here there is a Torx. There's a Torx fitting in there. I prefer the wrench for torquing on it, or the nut part of it, and that comes off as normal. That's your typical thread. And then in here is the grease. There's a bunch of grease in there. And then you can take your grease. I've already done this, but I'm just doing it for the video. This can thread into here like a toothpaste tube. There we go. Okay, I know this has been the thread on this because this is coming to the end. The thread on this has been a little bit stripped. And then you can squeeze that in there to the best of your ability. It's always good to put more in. I'll just squeeze her in there. And I usually pump a little bit more in. It's going to squish out anyway, but that's okay. And then put the screw back in. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of grease coming out, but and that's where I actually use the Torx part here because it's not as messy. Give it a good turn, not stupid, crazy, but enough. Then you have some leftover grease, which you can put on your pancakes. And now we're ready to roll. I've got a fork, and then just like Crocodile Dundee, this is a fork. This is a fork. Look at the difference in size. This is huge. That'll be for picking up all the ugly blackberries. They're a mess. Throw her into four-wheel. So we'll be having a fire today with the blackberries. Let's go. Just up here past Port Conference. Look at all those blackberries, chunky stuff. I'm gonna turn around. Just do, I think. If we get a fire going, I might. Yeah, see all those blackberries in there? Ugly little beggars. So there's a good view of the blackberries there. I have to think now if I want to do this in regular video speed or put it in time lapse. I think we'll time lapse it because it's going to take a long time. Brambles-B-Gone. Brambles-B-Gone. So there we have it. Cleaned up all the blackberry brambles. Brambles-B-Gone. Cleaned up the edges here as well with the tree branches. Got it looking pretty good. That hopefully next year will not be as bad if we keep on top of that. There'll always be blackberries in there, but they're not going to take over, at least not yet. Not yet. But you can see the swath of where the blackberries took over. Maybe we'll try seeding that with some grass, and maybe we'll get some grass, but I doubt it. Although here we should be able to, because it's not in the tree line. I'll try. This is a wet area though. Right in there, there's a nice, that you'll sink out of sight right in there. So we did her. Brambles-B-Gone. 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 Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.